A remake of the Poseidon Adventure directed by Wolfgang Petersen, the same director from Air Force One. Oh, this is bound to be good, right? Right? Seriously though, right? Poseidon is a 2006 remake of the 1972 movie of the same name and the novel of the same name, but it is also a loose remake. That means it is not completely a remake, but a loose one. So some things are a little bit different, and this movie could stand out sometimes on its own, especially by the title of the movie itself, even though we kind of already know it. And there's two other movies out there by that same title, plus a sequel. This is Warner Brothers' second attempt at making a Poseidon movie. Their last attempt, Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, was a colossal failure for their part, both box office wise and critically wise. Nobody liked that movie. Maybe I'm probably in the minority who kind of likes that movie. So they tried their hand at a remake of course, Fox's adaptation of the book. And it's not a bad remake. It could have been a lot better, but it's not a total failure. Well, it was at the box office, but it's not a total failure in remake terms. So, the plot of this movie revolves around a rogue wave that capsizes the Poseidon, and its survivors, led by Josh Lucas, try to escape through the ship's bottom, which is now the ship's top, which you should know by now. This movie has an ensemble cast: Kurt Russell, Josh Lucas, Emmy Rossum, for fuck's sake. What's his name? The dude from Cloverfield, and some other stuff. He was the one that got killed in Cloverfield, and that thing snapped him and snapped his body down the Brooklyn Bridge. I forget his name, but he's in here too. He's like her boyfriend or something like that. But anyway, oh, Final Destination 2. He got impaled by the ladder. That dude, he's in this movie. Anyway, the CGI in this movie is sorta not that good. I mean, some of it is downright laughable, especially when it comes to some of the fuel that leaks inside the ship. Yeah, you'll see when you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It looks so CGI-ish. It is hilariously funny. Especially when it comes to Matt Dillon's brother. I forget his name. I know his last name is Dillon. That's hilarious. They look just and sound just alike. It's funny. The acting is not too terrible. I mean, you got a good cast here. It's not a terrible acting choice. You know what I mean? So, my only nitpick with the movie is that it could have been a little bit longer. It's only like 90 some odd minutes. 92, 97 minutes at least. It's a very short movie. It gets straight to the point real fast. But could have been like an hour and 50 minutes. Could have been. That's probably like my only nitpick about the movie. But the movie is loosely based, of course, on the book, and there are some noticeable things to the book, especially how the movie ends. The movie ends exactly how the book does, which I won't spoil for you if you haven't seen it by now. Because in the first movie, the ship doesn't just sit there in the water. It stays afloat through the movie. In the sequel, the Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, spoiler alert, the ship explodes. So this one actually follows the book a little bit more closely, while the second one didn't follow the book. And the first one did slightly, but changed the ending. This one has the ending. So I'll applaud Wolfgang Petersen for that. And his choice in directing style. I like the direction of this movie. It's very good. I like the music in this movie. It's also very good. I don't understand why the movie wasn't a big success at the box office. I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie. I've seen terrible movies. Trust me, I've reviewed terrible movies. This was actually an enjoyable movie. I get the fact that it was probably too short, but that's about all I can find wrong with it, besides some of the clunky CGI, especially when the film opens and the camera rises up out of the water and you got that big old panoramic shot of the Poseidon. Yeah, that's noticeably CGI, especially some of the cabins. Like when the camera's panning down, you can actually tell when the elevators and shit are CGI and stuff like that. But of course, you're gonna notice shit like that. They don't have that type of money to spend for this type of movie. But what I will applaud the movie for is using actual sets. They do have actual sets, and they do have sets that can overturn, sets that they can flood, and sets that are already upside down. So I'm glad they used some practical effects in this movie. I'm glad they actually used sets as well to help this movie out, because it needed it. And I'm glad that all the actors did all their own stunts. Crazy, but yeah, they pay you the money, you gotta fucking do it. There's no room for stunt doubles, so if anything went wrong, shit would have been fucked up. So I gotta give the actors that. I really gotta commend everybody on that. That was amazing. And without a doubt, Poseidon Adventure's gonna get a B+. Hey, if I like this movie, I'm guilty as charged, baby. Let me know what you guys think about Poseidon down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Out of all the movies in the Poseidon lore, which one is your favorite? The original, the sequel, the 2005 TV miniseries remake, or this one? Let me know down below. Catch you guys later.